Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today's coaching video, we're going to be talking about how to forgive yourself. Do you know that this is one of the hardest things for many people to do? And it's really sad, but I thought to do this topic today because I know people who are going through some things and they're finding it hard to forgive themselves. And my thing is always this: what has happened is happened. If you have asked God to forgive you and you've asked this person to forgive you, you now have to forgive yourself. Because you cannot walk around carrying the burdens of things that you've said, things that you've done forever. Because if not, eventually it will beat you down. So let's jump right on in. So, have you ever noticed how you can hold on to the past mistakes long after they've occurred? And yes, we all have done that. Some of us hold on to things for years. Forgiveness is a process. It does not happen overnight, and the process will be different for everybody. No matter how long it takes, there is hope. Here are some things, or some steps, that you can take toward that journey of forgiveness. So number one, realize that the past is in the past. So many people have a hard time doing this, and it really isn't as hard as we make it out to be, right? This is because we have a hard time wrapping our minds around the fact that we can't undo the past. And that's very real for a lot of people. You know, they say to themselves, God, I did this thing, or I said this thing, and I can't go back and change that. And you can't. So there's no need to stress over things that you cannot change, right? Number two, create a redo. Never underestimate the power of a redo. Write down how you would have done things differently if you could go back and do it again. And doing so, you affirm that you not only learn from your past mistake, but that if you had the skills then that you have now, you would have done things so much different. So I encourage you that if you have something that you're having a hard time letting go of, create a redo. I promise you it'll make you feel so much better. Number three, realize you did the best you could at the time. Maybe you acted out of survival or protection mode. Maybe you were stressed and that caused you to act poorly. Whatever it is, give yourself a break. The past is the past for a reason. And the question is, did you learn from it? So that is always my question to people. Did you learn from whatever it was that you did or whatever it was that you said? The past is the past. Okay? Now, I had this little quote in my notes. Medea, and I'm trying to think, Lord, it escapes me at the moment what movie or video this came from. But I said, in the words of Medea, like your big ass, your past is behind you. Okay? That'll sink in for somebody later on. Number four, turn the page. At some point, you have to accept that the past has happened and you've done everything in your power to amend the past mistakes. It's now time to turn the page and accept those events as part of your story. They've all contributed to making you who you are. Being grateful for those experiences allows you to move on and truly forgive yourself. I'm telling you now, whatever it is that you've been stressing over, whatever it is that's keeping you up late at night, whatever it is that's causing you to just walk around feeling like a zombie, turn the page, y'all. Turn the page. Number five, cut yourself some slack. Cut yourself some slack while you're on a new learning curve. Realize that you're going to make some mistakes, and we all do. Number six, hit the stop button. Replaying what you did over and over again in your head isn't going to help you or the person you hurt. It just makes you feel bad. So every time you catch yourself thinking about what you did, stop. Refocus your attention on something more positive. And we all have experienced this where something has happened, and every now and then we replay that thing in our mind. When that happens, just stop right there and refocus your mind on something else. Number seven, I love this one. Practice PERT, P-E-R-T, which stands for Positive Emotion Refocusing Technique. Now that is a mouthful. So this is a 45-second strategy developed to use whenever you start beating yourself up over the past. Simply close your eyes, take in a deep breath, And I think I've talked to you about this before. When you take in that deep breath, allow your stomach to protrude out. So I don't want you to take the breath here in the chest like this. Allow the stomach to extend out as you're taking that breath. And then I want you to slowly let the breath out, allowing yourself to relax. And I want you to do that a second time. And then on the third time that you do this breathing exercise, create a mental image of someone you love or of a beautiful place in nature that fills you with awe. A beautiful beach, a path through a majestic redwood forest, a mountain stream tumbling over some rocks. Breathe deeply as your mind explores the natural beauty around you. Now notice how you feel, right? And allow those feelings to center on the area around your heart. Then ask yourself, now ask this peaceful part of what, Lord, let me try it again. Now ask this peaceful part of you what you can do to help yourself feel better. Then, when you've received an answer, open your eyes and put it into action. And I'm going to tell you something. I promise you, if you do this little thing right here, this one little exercise, it will help you get clear on so many things. And it will allow you to move in the direction that you need to move into, because part of it is really being in tune with yourself. The other part of it is ushering in the Holy Spirit, whatever that Spirit may be for you, to allow you to relax your mind and your body. Number 8, make it right. To make amends, look for a way to be kind to those you've hurt. If you spend half the family's monthly food budget on a new coat, make it up to them by turning out the tastiest meals ever cooked on a shoestring budget. Didn't get to your son's championship soccer game until the second half, make it right by volunteering to be next year's assistant coach. Now, that may be going a little bit far, but if that's what you have to do to make things right, roll with it. Even if the person you hurt is dead or otherwise absent from your life, you can still make things right by providing a kindness to someone else. Not only will you forgive yourself, but doing so will turn your life around in ways that you can only imagine. Number 9, give yourself a break. Feeling bad about things you've done in the past can create a pretty painful present. So while you're learning how to forgive yourself and move on, give your mind and body a break from all the shame and the guilt by replacing them with gratitude. And this is very big. You have got to give yourself a break. Number 10, last but certainly not least, move towards self-love. The last step in building self-esteem is moving towards self-love. Think kind thoughts towards yourself and show yourself some compassion. If we can learn to think of ourselves as our best friend, to speak to ourselves with love and kindness, and put ourselves as a priority to reaffirm that we believe we are worth it. Engage in psychotherapy or coaching if you need some outside perspective in this area. Seek books on the subject. Surround yourself with supportive people. And that last thing that I just said is so key. You have to have supportive people around you, because these are the people that help you to be able to move forward. But actually, all I've said is really key. You cannot keep beating yourself up over something that you did or something that you did not do, because at the end of the day, you cannot change that thing. What you can do is you can move forward and do better. Okay? So please stop walking around here beating yourself up over things that you can't change. We all have done it. I've done it. You've done it. We all have done it. But it doesn't change anything. Okay? So that's it. That's all I have. Unfortunately, I do not have a bonus today. I guess if the bonus, if I had to think of one, would be to really think about the things that I've shared with you today and look at ways that you can use these tips that I've given you to change your life, because you've got to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself. I'm not going to say if you want to, if you like to. No, you have to, because when you don't, all that negative stuff, it just eats away at you on the inside. And before you know it, you'll find that you are nothing more but a broken shell. And that is not what I want for you at all. So if you need some coaching in this area and you want somebody to sit and help you work out a personal plan for being able to forgive yourself, please be sure to contact me. I will leave my information in the description box. As you know, I am a certified life coach, and I think my calling in life is really to speak life into people and to show people how they can speak life into themselves. Because here's what I found, that I can speak life into you from now until Jesus comes back. But if you don't speak life into yourself, what I'm doing is for naught. So that's all I have for you today. Like I said, I'm encouraging you today. Start today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week, next month, next year. Start today to begin to forgive yourself for whatever it is that you feel like you need to forgive yourself for. It will make you a better person, and you can live the best life possible. That is all I have for you for this week, guys, and I love you guys to the moon and back, and I don't say that lightly. I truly, truly do. Thank you to my newest subscribers. Thank you to those of you that continue to support me and my channel week in and week out. I thank you. I really, really thank you. And until next week. And also, if there's a topic that you want me to talk about, please be sure to either leave that information in the description box. You can always email me. Or, you can go to my website, reach out to me there, because I want to make sure that I'm creating topics that will help you. So until next week, live your best life and forgive yourself. Love you guys.